YouTube, what's up, baby? It's your favorite antisocial extrovert, your favorite alcohol black boy, Blake, mother loving Dupree. Back at it again at the Diary of Dupree. Welcome to my channel where I do all things black, queer, and culture adjacent. And today, we talking about how R&B is far from dead. This morning alone, we got a 12 a.m. drop from Summer Walker, and we got another drop from Mariah the Scientist, which was highly anticipated, y'all. I have been burning the TikTok sound to the ground every single day. Like, if TikTok songs could get streams, Mariah the Scientist would get half of her streams from Chicago, Illinois alone, because when I tell you everybody and their mama's For You page was blowing up with the snippet from Burning Blue and the fact that we got it, and I was already in a mood. We're gonna get into all of that. But I'm still honestly recovering from the Coco Jones album drop, and I just reviewed her album like Monday. I want to say she just dropped the album on the 28th, and I'm still on the high from that. So not only are we getting Beyonce, Cowboy Carter, Miss Tina on tour, Destin Conrad dropped this album, which I have yet to review heavily. I really want to get into Destin Conrad so much because I'm black, I'm queer. He's black, he's queer, he's open about being black and queer. I'm open about being black and queer. We're both artists, and he's younger than me, and he's way more successful. I kind of live for that. And I really want to get into his music more, and I do like the songs that I heard from him. I mainly hear him on featured records. So he has the record with that lady Sasha. How you spin me, tease me, love me, touch me. Love it. So I'm going to get into Destin Conrad, and I'm going to review his album, I promise. Did y'all see that pic of him with the Obama daughters? Everybody body was tea. Everybody face was tea. Sasha, Malia, Destin, T. Like, I just love the fact that black art is like trending consistently, whether it be in music, whether it be in movies, whether it be in media. I just wish the artwork and the quality of artwork that we're getting this year reflected the state of the world as far as the country and politics. Because imagine if Kamala was in office with all these black, beautiful creations being given to the people. Imagine how all of our credit scores would be higher, how all of our serotonin levels would be higher. Our frequencies will be at 432 consistently. But instead, we got what we got. But at least we got really good black art. It reminds me of the 80s, because the 80s, rough time for politics. Crack, HIV epidemic. People was not HIV, AIDS epidemic. People was dying. Neighborhoods getting destroyed. Families dismantled. And I'm really talking about black people was dying. Black neighborhoods getting destroyed. Black families being dismantled. Really fucked up time. But we had Michael. We had Janet. We had Stevie. We had the debut of Luther. We had Whitney, the mother Whitney, Salt and Pepper, Queen Latifah, like so much, Sade, so much beautiful black, even though Sade is not African American, so much beautiful black creative music and art, and just all of the was created during some of the darkest times for our community. And maybe this is a sign that we're about to go into another 80s. It's about to be the 1980s again. At least we get some good art out of it, as fucked up as that may sound, but maybe that's another video for another time. Let's get back into these releases. So we had Summer Walker dropped Spend It. And what I like about Summer Walker's team is that she pays attention to what the people want. People not only want the originals, they want a moody version of a record, and they want a sped up track. And Summer's going to give you all three. She did the same thing with Heart of a Woman, and she was very creative in the title she gave them. So one title of it was Rent Was Due, which was the sped up version, because, you know, you work hard, you work fast, like the renters do, sped up version. And another version of the video was of the song. I can't speak today. I'm so excited to see y'all. Another version of the song was called Diamonds and Pearls version, which is a more moody, I want to say acoustic, but more so piano based version of the record. And then we have the classic version, Spend It. And I believe she's dropping the video, or has dropped the video, and it features my girl from P Valley, Miss Brandy. So I'm excited to see that. I'm very excited to see it. If it's not already out yet, I will be tuning in when it does come out. But everybody has really been talking about Mariah the Scientist. But before we get into Mariah, I really want to say, Summer, keep doing what you're doing with the sped up shit, because your sped up versions of your music 10 times better. I'm sorry, for like R&B, sped up versions are they're just better for certain records. So I'm glad that you're capitalizing it and not allowing some random creator to capitalize off of making a sped up version to your record, make your money. I'm not mad at it at all. I do like Spend It. I do feel like the writing could have been a little bit stronger, but this was definitely writing for a theme, writing around a story. And I'm sure the record's going to continue to grow on me, but I don't know if it's going to grow on me like Heart of a Woman did. Heart of a Woman caught me instantly. Just like Mariah the Scientist, Burning Blue called me instantly before the song even dropped. And I just want to say, I've been a fan of Mariah since I was about 21, 22, and I'm 25 now. The girls are late. And I think this is Mariah the Scientist is Crazy in Love, like single release. Like this is gonna get the people talking, especially in the world of R&B. Like people are gonna start taking Mariah the Scientist seriously. Now I know she's been in a bit of controversy, not necessarily about the guy she dates, but more so about, benefiting from pretty privilege, benefiting from colorism, not putting her best foot forward as a performer. But when it comes to just speaking about the music, I'm sorry, I'm a fan. And then I met her too. I met her at Lollapalooza back in 2022, and she's so small, but she was honestly so sweet. And a lot of the artists that you think would have high, pompous attitudes or Bugetto attitudes or just holier than thou mindsets and mentalities in public spaces are not that. Like when I met Willow Smith, I thought the bitch was gonna call me a broke ass bitch because she's been rich her whole life, but she was so chill. I met Mariah the Scientist and Willow Smith at the same tent at Lollapalooza, and they were the most chill. They were just walking around like normal people backstage, like they just be chilling. Like they take a picture with you, they make conversation with you. The craziest, not craziest, the nicest celebrity I've ever met was the young man who was the lead in 13 Reasons Why. He legit had just got fresh off stage, going to his dressing room, a whole crowd of people surrounding him by his dressing room, but he made sure to talk to every single person in that crowd. Not just like, hey, how are you? But like, hi, what do you do? What brings you here? What do you like to do? Like he asked me what did I like to do, what I was into. I told him I was into acting, all that good shit. He was like, oh yeah, just keep going. It was really nice meeting you, but like he makes actual conversation, at least from my experience. And he just got fresh off of one of the headliners for Lollapalooza. I didn't even know he did music. I was just back there getting ready for my little gig. But Mariah, when I met her, real sweet girl. So ever since then, I was like, let me check this young lady out because my homegirl was with us. And she was like, girl, I got to go see Mariah. I'm going to give a fuck if we're late to our own set. I have to carve out to go see Mariah. So she saw Mariah the Scientist. We had an artist pass. We get backstage. She meets her. And it was just such a normal encounter. And it was like, she has this siren-esque aura to her. But when she talks, it's like homegirl down the street in the best way possible. So sweet. I would love to see Mariah the Scientist again. I know she's going to be at Lollapalooza this year, and I'm very excited. She's going to make me get a ticket, but I would love to get an artist pass again. I don't know how I'm going to get that, but I'm going to make it work because Mariah, been a fan since 2021. You hoes is late. But Burning Blue is definitely going to upgrade her, level her up in the music industry, and she's already a pretty solid new figure within the music industry, in my opinion. Like we got Aura, we got Reminders, underrated bop. If you like Burning Blue, Mariah the Scientist, you're gonna love Reminders. But this is definitely giving ode to like her moody, classic R&B sound, ethereal sound. The girl says she can't sing, but regardless, the music is there. I like her voice. I like the way she sounds. Haven't seen her live yet, but Burning Blue is making me want to buy that ticket, burn some money in my pocket. And your music is good when somebody's like, I will go see this live. I want to hear this frequency live. Because to be honest, y'all, a lot of the music that we like, it does sound better live when executed right. For instance, Tanashi has a song called It's a bop. It's very simple, but when you hear that song live, it doesn't hit the same as it does home. It hits even better. I feel like Burning Blue is going to be one of those songs that hits even better live if given the proper live production. Like hearing the song by Tinashe live and then going back home and hearing it, you're not going to appreciate it the same because the live version is 10 times better. And I've seen Tinashe perform that song twice on 2 different occasions, and there's just a frequency in those beats, in those drum kits, in her voice, in the choices she made vocal wise, and the notes that she's hitting in the chord progressions. It just does something to, it's like a sound bath. It's so weird. So I definitely see Burning Blue as being one of those sound bath moments where the whole crowd is just pulling out the lighter, giving the girl good energy. And I never really realized how many Mariah songs I like till I played a Mariah the Scientist playlist at my job. That girl got bops just by herself, no features, no bars. And I'm here for it. People like to say R&B is dead. And while I agree R&B does not get the same promotion as it used to back in the 90s and the 80s, these girls are out here working. These guys are out here working. They're giving us great music. I just don't think that it gets the industry push that it used to, because right now pop is what's hot. K-pop is what's hot, but call a spade a spade. If it wasn't for R&B and hip hop, we wouldn't have the K-pop trend we have today. Period. We can have that conversation. It's disheartening to see so many artists fall victim to the industry and fall victim to labels, because the labels in the industry don't believe in the music as much as the people do. And it should be about the people. People love Ari Lennox. I hate where her career has gotten. I love Shea Butter Baby. I love Pressure. I love BMO. She got a song called Backseat Bop for days. But I don't think the industry understood her as much as the general public understood her. And that is why she was on tour with Wild Wave with a motorcycle helmet on. It just didn't make sense. I heard that Ari Lennox actually has been dropped, or released, I should say, from her label. I don't know if that's true, but if that's the case, Ari, get in your Zoom with Tinashe. She did the thing right and executed it to the T. No pun intended. Made a lot of mistakes while she was with her label. And I don't think you were with Dreamville as long as Tinashe was with RCA. Regardless, get on a Zoom with her. Just like I told Santana, get on a Zoom with Tinashe. She really can show the girls how to revive your career after cutting ties with your label. Hell, after cutting ties with your management. And to cut ties with management, it's a very personal thing to do. It's a very hard thing to do, because you make personal connections with your manager. At least if your manager is doing the management artist relationship right. You should know your manager through and through, and they should know you through and through. And you guys should have light goals, aligned goals, planned out, set in stone, and know when to find each other as human beings and when to find each other as artist and manager. If you haven't found each other as those, maybe time to leave. And I think that's what Ari Lennox is going in the path to, splitting ties. I don't think they saw her as a human being with creative freedom. I don't think they saw Tinashe as a human being with creative freedom. And I love seeing Black women, especially the alt Black girls who don't fall into the stereotypes or the tropes that they try to paint us all with a broad paint stroke, succeed, especially in the music industry. Because I really relate to Black women, because they are the most oppressed species in this country, in this world. And right above them, I would say, are Black queer men. And I've heard so many times, you should stop singing about being in love with the same race, or you might want to make your song more marketable about being more non-binary and the genders that you choose to sing about. Or maybe you want to tone it down, or maybe you want to tone it up, because they won't understand if you're feminine one day and masculine the other day, or they won't understand if you're masculine one day and feminine the other day. And I'm just like, damn, bitch, I'm just me. Like, real people, the GP just enjoys the music. Majority of my listeners are male streamers. Crazy, right? Crazy. Guess what country? The fucking Philippines. Crazy. Shout out to the Philippines. Respect to the lie. Love you down. But I really want the industry and labels and teams to understand their artists and understand what the people want. And understand, as an artist, you don't want to go sign to a label with no momentum. You want to have the momentum on your side. You want to have the fan base on your side. You want to have a strong relationship with your fan base and know exactly what they want, all while finding balance and fulfilling what you want too. It's a hard beam to rock. It's a hard path to walk, but it's possible. And I really hope that future artists take the downfalls, the mistakes, and the successes of current artists as lessons and apply them to their own careers. That's why I'll be releasing some music, not this month, next month. So hang on tight, put your seatbelts on, because we got a long ride to go. Dupree the artist is here, and I'm here to stay. But make sure you look in the mirror and tell yourself, yeah, I am that. Because you've been that. You always will be that. Burn blue, like Mariah the Scientist fucking said. Till next time, y'all. Love you.